Jean Reeves, Jean Pitney. She loves you, one. Where have all the flowers gone? Marlene Dietrich version.
Life goes on day after day. Hearts torn in every way. So ferry cross the Mersey, 'cause this land's the place I love, and here I'll stay.
My nan took this on in 1950, and in 51 she bought the building for the Prince's Room of £500, I think. Was it?
Yeah.
Years ago, the story was that I think my nan passed this down, that these two girls were coming to the shop as these two young lads left, and they said to my grandmother that was the Beatles, but we never really knew which two. But since we've got involved with the museum and the Beatles Museum back near the Cavern, which is run by Roe Best, we all had a feeling it was probably Pete Best and somebody, because Pete Best only lived up the road. So Roe, who's Pete's half brother, asked Pete did he come in here, and he said he used to come in all the time, and it was all with John Lennon. So possibly the most famous person we've ever had in here, that we didn't realise at the time.
But we never knew the mother.
Just before they went.
Say, well, these girls said that was the Beatles. But my mother didn't.
No, before they
Must have been about 1961, I think.
Yeah.
Just before they hit the big time.
Before the singles came out and off they went. Who else?
Joan Regan. Now, years ago, she had hit records. She had one big hit called May You Always. She was on Pie Records, incredibly popular, and she came in one day with a rep. Just to meet me, the rep brought her in because I think he liked me. I was about 19 then. I was quite fit. Red hair.
What did my granddad call them? Had a nickname for them.
Diane's Diggies.
I went Broad Green. Broad Green Juniors. Well, what was it? Broad Green Infants and Broad Green Juniors, then West Derby Comp, which is no longer there.
He was
Knocked it
born
down.
over a shop in Old Swan on a Sunday. I worked all day Saturday, pregnant, and he was born. He waited till Sunday, and he was born at about 2:30 Sunday afternoon.
And on Monday she went back to work.
No. Can you remember?
Well, I mean, there was Bill Shankly, who used to come in, talk to my granddad, who couldn't understand the word he said because of his broad Scottish accent. We used to get Joe Royal used to come in. A lot of Everton Liverpool footballers used to come in.
When they drove Ford cars before they got limos.
No, Jimmy Husband, who took me out for a ride, he had an E-Type.
Yeah. We didn't just sell records those days, it was classed as fancy goods. So we sold records at the top of the shop, and the other counter, that side, sold cigarettes, everything, cards, greeting cards. Yeah. Until my mother, who was passionate about music, that's where it comes from, my mother Dorothy, and she got rid of the fancy goods.
Yeah.
And we ended up with music, nothing but music. She was wonderful, my mother. Yes. That was was my mother's and father's, before the war, they lived in Fairfield over the other side of the park, Rawlins Street, and they were bombed, and the piano went in the bombing. So after the war, my father had it refurbished. It was full of glass, but he had it sorted and got the piano back. So it was bombed. Same piano. So they must have had it since 1930 something.
I was going to say about the piano, we actually got it fixed last year because it hadn't been used since all the keys were off. So we got some guy in, one guy looked at it and said no, it's going to cost too much, he wasn't interested. We got another guy in and he came in and spent a whole day on it and got it working, and he's been back on tune and he said it's a lovely piano. So we brought it back to life.
Elvis Costello's wife had a player there
Before it
was
yeah.
refurbished and tuned.
So the CD came, the LPs started dying off, the singles started dying off.
CD,
So 84 was it?
Yeah.
Philips was one of the first companies to make a CD player. And if you bought one of their CD players, you got a free copy of Dire Straits' Brothers in Arms. That's why there's so many copies of them in the world, isn't there?
Wouldn't mind.
And then sort of 95, just the LP was dead. Oasis's first album came out in 94, and that's why it goes for 150, 200 quid for the first one, because nobody bought it on vinyl. And then even the CDs started dying off, didn't they, really?
Old people like them.
Old people like CDs.
Yeah.
But then streaming happens and people were downloading things, and I thought probably 15 years ago was it, we were on our way out because no one was buying CDs, the LP hadn't come back, and then all of a sudden bang, the LP.
But we still had.
Yeah, we had loads of them.
We had shelves full of LPs. They were wallpaper.
Yeah,
weren't
they
they?
were just you'd sell the odd
We had
one.
them, and they came back,
Yeah.
and we had loads.
Yeah, so yeah, that's how it's all flipped completely.
That's why we survived.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny how it's flipped. Someone will say, can you get me on CD? A certain album, you look it up, it's only available on vinyl. It's just flipped completely. So who'd have thought that would have happened? So that's why we're still here, I suppose. Isn't it? It was 72 minutes.
It was 88.
The CD's not 88 minutes, it's 80's the maximum.
Well, they brought it out because Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, the choral, as they call it, took 2 LPs.
Yeah.
So they wanted something they could fit
You know what?
Beethoven's Ninth Symphony onto, and that was the length of the CD. Whether it was 72.
I think it was 72.
I think it was 80 something.
No, they've never had 88-minute CDs.
Right. Look it up, Craig.
Craig Googling.